the things that scare you the most, work on those things, man. Like go to work on them. If it's financially, if it's something financially that you need to get in order, go to work. If it's something physically that you need to take care of, go to work. You working on building your business, but you don't know what you're doing, go to work. Find those people that are doing it. Find the information. Like if you're scared, go to work.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show.
What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, back with another great interview for you guys. By the way, I always forget to say I am the founder of Clean Biz Network, and what we like to do over here is interview successful entrepreneurs, particularly from the Clean Biz Network. So today's guest, he's been on here before, but he was killing it so good I had to get him back on again. I actually had a chance to meet him on a few occasions, and at this point, I consider him a friend at this point. So I had to get him back on. Without further ado, please welcome back the CEO of Impact Cleaning Professionals out of Polk County, Florida, Mr. Toni Williams. What's up, Toni?
AJ, what's up, big dog? How you doing, man?
I can't complain, bro. I can't complain at all. So, before I ask you about all the background and all of that, we like to keep it fun over here, just get straight to the fun part. So if you don't mind sharing, if you could just give us an estimate about where you are as far as the revenue goes.
I guess this year we're looking at to kind of close the year out at about 750, that 750 to 800 range. So we're looking at really trying to have a strong push to get over 800 this year. A lot better than last year. Last year we finished up at about 260. So
that's a major jump, bro. That's a major jump. So kudos to you.
A little short. Like we were really pushing for this year to be our first $1 million year, but it is what it is. We had a good run.
But all right, so now we'll rewind a little bit now that we know we're dealing with a big dog here. So tell us about who Toni is. Who is Toni? Where Toni from? What's the background? All that.
Well, my name's Antonio Williams. Everybody calls me Toni or Tone. I'm from Polk County, Florida. Love it here. Got a wife, 3 beautiful daughters, a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Me and my wife, Lala, we've been together for 10 years this year. This year we celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary, but we've been together for 13 years. Okay. So I come from here, I live here, I left here, came back here, but I love it here. So I'm here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I love to hear about it. I got to get you. I got a new podcast too with a couple of my bros called Family Man in Business. We're gonna have to get you on here because you basically one of us, right? So
yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. All right. So I believe you started the business 2 years ago, correct?
3.
About 3 years ago.
Celebrated our 3-year anniversary in September.
So there's a lot of people that started their company 3 years ago. They ain't on try to do almost 800,000 for the year. So what is it that Toni is doing differently that these other people aren't doing?
Really, man, the biggest thing I can attribute it to is, for one, surrounding myself with awesome people, man. I really try to stay in the mix with people that are performing at the level that I'm trying to get to, because, in my circle, I'm still a little puppy. So, I try to stay around people that motivate me and people that push me forward, people that I can glean off of and get good information. But the biggest thing is just application, doing the things that we know we need to do, even though they're hard.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I know you told us in the first interview we had, if y'all haven't seen it, definitely go check that one out too after you finish this one. But you mentioned that you came from a corporate background first and you jumped into this cleaning business game. So do you got any regrets after 3 years of doing this? Is there any regrets at all, like leaving the nice white collar job?
Not really, bro. like to keep it 100, not really, man. There's a couple things that I would have, in hindsight, that I feel like I should have done differently. But the way I did things is just part of my journey, bro. And so no regrets.
Facts, big facts. Okay, now you do you remember how you got your first customer?
My first, like, so are you just talking about period, like my first sale, or
In
just
general,
like,
yep, your very first
okay.
customer in the cleaning business.
My very first customer in the cleaning business was actually one of the employees at one of my aunt's accounts. Went and cleaned his house, and it sucked.
Okay.
It sucked pretty bad. Yeah, he was moving into a new house, and he had saw my mom, and my mom had told them that I was starting my cleaning business, and he
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I want to get this house cleaned up before I move in." And it was one of the worst things ever, man. I literally like quit my business like after that. So
Gotcha. So
that was the only job we did in 2019.
okay, but so hold up. So you said it was one of your employees. So you had him on board before you had a customer at all?
No, he was so my aunt has a cleaning business as well.
Mhm.
And my mom used to, well, she still cleans one of her accounts, and one of
Okay.
the truck drivers there was moving into a new house. And just
Okay.
in passing, him and my mom talked, and he wanted me to come and clean the house. But yeah, it wasn't good, man.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll call that word of mouth then. So is that the
Yes.
same strategy? Like, would you say that's the best way you're finding customers today, or what's your top way for finding customers today?
Really, we're more now where we're at. We're a little more focused on what kind of client we're trying to go after. My partner is a marketing genie. He is dug in and figured out the SEO. So we do get a lot of clients coming to us,
Okay.
but the for the clients that we're really trying to get is mostly just putting ourselves in situations where we can be around them and be in front of them. So showing up to events, just going out and pursuing them. Don't do a whole lot of drop-ins anymore
Yeah.
because like with the people that we're trying to go after, those don't necessarily well, let me say we haven't found much success on the drop-in range on that. So just really figuring out how we can get around the decision makers and get into their circles and work from the inside out.
Gotcha. Now you just said an interesting word, so I got to jump into it a little bit. This ain't one of the questions I sent you, but you said your partner. Do you mean your
Mhm.
partner like just a friend, or this is an actual partner in Impact Cleaning Professionals? They got equity in it.
Yeah, actually, my best friend.
Okay.
He's a partner in the business. We when I started the business, I didn't really have like anything, and I
Yeah.
got to the point where like I needed more capital because remember last interview I started this like with no savings, nothing, and he asked me if I wanted a loan or if I wanted a partner, and we think a lot on the same wavelength. So I was like, hey man, I'll take a partner, and but he's usually more on the back end doing he handles more of the finance and marketing, so
That
that's his majority role right there.
that I got some selfish questions I want to answer to follow up with that, but I'll save those
Okay.
for myself after the interview. All right,
Okay.
but now I will say one more though for the viewers. I'll get in one more good one because I'm sure they're thinking a lot of the things that I'm thinking after that. So, at, all right, I'll keep it general. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about bringing on a partner in order for the situation to work?
Just really know who you're dealing with. Like, I know a lot of people say don't go into business with friends and family and stuff like that. But me,
Yeah.
with the friends and the family that I have, I wouldn't rather go into business with anyone else. This dude, he's like my brother. We went to war together in the wrestling room almost 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and we've been tight ever since. Like, so we have a lot of the same personality traits as far as like mindset and focus. So, and we also humble enough to step out of the way and let the other person do what they do best. Like me, I'm not the finance guy.
Right.
I don't have the patience for the marketing, but as far as sales and operations, I'll rock that out. So, he stays in his lane and maintains his side and does what he does really well. And then I get out and do what I do, and egos, nothing like that ever get in the way. And then he's my no guy.
Right.
So, I get super excited and I just want to run.
Mhm.
And he's the one that'll be like, bro, like realistically, this is where we're at right now. If you can work with this, then that's what we can do. But jumping
Right.
and doing all this other stuff ain't gonna work. So really, man, just being very intentional about who you're going to be going into business with, what that
Mhm.
relationship is going to look like. And even though we best friends, man, like, everything still goes on paper. Like
Yeah.
it's all in black and white. It's, even though we trust each other, like I literally trust him with my life.
Yeah.
But when it comes to doing business, always black and white.
Yeah. 100%. I think that's excellent advice. All right. Now, walkthroughs. Let's talk about this. So, when you do a walkthrough, you submit the proposal. How soon after you submit that proposal are you following up with the customer?
We usually follow up next day
Okay.
with a recap email. So
Yeah.
what we do is because we like to keep the touches going. So we'll email them before the walkthrough, then do the walkthrough. And during our walkthroughs, I do and I teach my guys to take really like detailed notes.
Mhm.
So what we do is we take those notes and we kind of compile a recap email, like really just to one, make sure that the client is still interested.
Yeah.
And then two, to make sure that the client knows that we were paying attention during the walkthrough. So
Mm.
doing that recap email, it's just kind of like confirming, hey, this would, it was great stopping by the other day. Thank you for having us. We really appreciate the opportunity. Just wanted to revisit a couple things before we get your proposal built.
Right.
I remember you saying that a couple of the issues that your main concerns were A, B, C, D.
Mhm.
The frequency is going to be such and such. Your projected budget is this. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Is this all correct? And then anything that we would need from them, like if we were there and they didn't have the budget, I would in that recap email ask them if they could possibly, track down like some type of numbers or something like that. So that way we can build a strong proposal for them.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that recap email, you said it's the next day.
Yes.
So you it's a possibility that you might not even send the proposal back within the first 24 to 48 hours because you're trying to get more information out of them to make sure you got the most accurate and I guess best proposals possible for them.
Absolutely, because
Mm.
we don't sell on the walkthrough ever.
Okay.
Like walkthroughs for us, mostly a rapport building phase,
Mhm.
and I use that loosely because like that rapport building is kind of played out. Like coming in there, telling them our story, listening to their story, listening to their concerns, and just being attentive.
Yeah.
And then where we sell at is the proposal. Like when
Mhm.
our proposal sells our business.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, just for curiosity, so after you do let's say you submit the proposal, you follow up the day after you submit it, I would assume.
Yes, as long as
Okay.
they reply. Like if they
Okay.
reply with the information, or if they gotta say, "Hey, let me contact such and such at the office," we'll still try to keep in contact with them, and
Mhm.
then we'll get our proposal put together. Whether once they give us that information, so sometimes
Gotcha.
we'll be working on it, and
Mhm.
then maybe they end up sending the budget later, and maybe we might be way out of that. So now we know we need to have a couple options. So a option of what they wanted with the scope, then the option of what they can get with the budget, and
Right.
then what our recommendation is. So we
Gotcha.
kind of give them a couple of options, so that they don't feel overwhelmed. Because if somebody
Okay.
says, our budget is 1,500, and I'm looking at my numbers and it's saying, 3 grand, I know as soon as I send that proposal, if I just send that 3 grand, they're gonna open it, close it. Like that's gonna be
Right.
that's gonna be it. You won't hear from them no more.
Right. Right. Okay. Now I know you down in that Central Florida area. If you first of all, I don't know exactly how you bid, but the
Mhm.
way that I bid, we use a combination of putting the square footage into our bidding calculator, and also we can put an hourly rate in that bidding calculator. Assuming that you use the same rate. If you don't, just let me know. But assuming you do the same way, then how much are you guys charging customers per hour on average right now in your area?
On average, man, uh, I had to give an average, I would say probably about 32. But we range from anywhere to like from 25 to 40 because every account is different. Like some accounts,
Right.
it might be a good amount of space, but it's a really easy clean. Not a lot of desk, a lot of open space, and where you can move through it fairly quickly. And it's just a really easy clean. But then when we start getting into, the restaurants and different things like that, that might require a little more of us, that's when that
Mhm.
price starts going up, the hourly price, because it's going to be tougher work on our team.
Exactly. And that kind of leads me to my next thing, because you're basically saying the price is going to be dictated because of what you got to pay your team. You might have to pay them more in order for them to do more difficult work. So with
Absolutely.
that said, right. So with that said, about on average, how much would you say you're paying your workers?
Well, we start out at 16. Like,
Nice.
so, any entry level technician, everybody starts at 16. I don't care if they have experience or not. We start at 16 and then we determine higher wages, based on performance from there.
I love it. I love it. Now, earlier you mentioned about SEO, and basically, like, you got a system now to where your customers pretty much come to your leads, so to speak, pretty much come to you. So, with that said, do you think that it's mandatory for a brand new business to have a website from day one, or can they kind of wing it until they get a budget for a website?
Um, Man, that's a tough one because I know I was focused on trying to have all my ducks in a row when I first started,
Yeah,
but the more I learn, man, it's really honestly not that necessary. Like you
yeah,
do want to get it as quickly as possible because you want your clients to be able to find you. And if you don't have the bread to pay for a website or something like that right away, man, start you a Facebook page.
there you go.
Get you an Instagram page. Just get something where people could find you. But for SEO reasons, I would definitely try to get a website as quickly as possible. But it's not day one necessary, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Okay, so with that said, now, but by the way, for those who are like, I want to have my ducks in a row from day one too, like Tony did, be clear. Cleanbiznetwork.com is this. We got the Clean the Business Starter course, and it'll show you how to do your own website if you can't afford to buy one yet. So I did want to put that out there. But what services do impact cleaning professionals offer?
Really, we're a single source solution provider, so
Okay.
we do a little bit of everything. Because our goal is for our clients to have just really peace of mind, man. So if there's anything that we can do to help
Mhm.
them with that, whether it's janitorial, we love day porter work. That's our favorite.
Okay.
Exterior cleanup, window cleaning. We go hard on floors. Like that's we get a good amount of bread on the floors.
Gotcha.
And then like even pressure washing, man, junk call off. Like we do a
Right.
little bit of everything, man. But our bread and butter is and probably always will be janitorial.
Okay. So with that said, how how did Tony learn how to do all these different services, and what would how would you recommend to a new cleaning business owner to get into these services?
Get after it, bro. like seriously, man. Even when I was, in retail and stuff like that, one thing I was big on was to not say no, was to how to figure out how to say yes. So instead of saying no to my clients, I'm gonna figure out how I can say yes, whether it's, subbing somebody out and going side by side with them and learning how to do it because I'm big on knowing what's going on. Like,
Right.
I don't really like the whole, set it and forget it. Like, hey, I'm gonna call this person and they just gonna do it because what if they playing with you and what if they, shiesty? You can't tell if you don't know what's really going on. So, I would use subs sometime to really get training.
Yeah.
Have somebody come out and do windows and just watch what they're doing and learn what they're doing. So, okay, is there something I can teach to somebody on my team? And
Yeah.
now we're able to do so much more. Even painting, man. We paint, we do light maintenance. So
Mhm.
I didn't know how to do none of that stuff before I started
Right.
this.
That's what's up. I agree 100% too. I always tell, because people always ask me like, AJ, how do you know how long it's going to take to clean a building? And I'm like, well, really, honestly, because I done clean for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, if you just get out there and do the work, you can pretty much estimate how long. So I definitely agree with that 100%. Now, I remember when this hurricane just passed when I was down in Orlando with you, and I asked you, was you leaving, right? And you was like, you kind of laughed at it a little bit like, no, like I'm out here getting this money. You know what I mean? You looked at it as an opportunity. And it kind of reminded me of, I come from the franchise world when I was with Jan Pro back in the day a few years ago. And it would be snowing, and a lot of people would straight not go clean their buildings. And I was out there getting, I mean, like I might let my workers stay home, but I'll go clean the buildings for them. You know what I mean? Like y'all stay home. I got this. I drive a little bit slow on the ice. That's all, but I'm going. You know what I mean? So I just want you to kind of talk about like why. You know what I mean? Why? What's the mindset like going into that? All of it. Let's speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, man. For me, man, I've been in Florida all my life. Particularly Central Florida. So it's kind of hit and miss. We've been hit pretty hard by some hurricanes, but we've also been blessed to not, to not have that bad of effect. But I just know what the opportunity there is to help. Like that was my big thing. Like I didn't want to go anywhere because in my community, if it would have got bad and by the grace of God, it barely missed us. But if it would have got bad around here, I wanted to be able to be in a position where me and my team could help where we were needed. Like it wasn't really a money thing. Like yes, it would have been money in it, but it was more so just being able to be around and be available and be accessible for those people that did need help, man. And touching on that real quick, man, definitely blessings, man, to the people out there in Fort Myers, man, that were hit really hard out there, man. I seen a lot of cleaning companies out there, a lot of guys with their trucks out there getting to it, man. So blessings to all of them, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, definitely shout out to all the first responders. A lot of people don't realize that us in the cleaning industry, we part of that. You know what I mean? We're essential personnel. Y'all saw that when COVID hit. So now the thing I want to jump into is this, right? Because you almost at $1 million in revenue. This is still early, 3 years in, so you killing it. Have you thought about any type of coaching and consulting or anything like that? You know what I mean? Like I feel like you should be teaching at this point.
Funny story is, man, when I left the corporate world, like I literally left to be a speaker. And okay. I didn't realize how much like training I didn't have. I didn't realize how many tools I didn't have just yet. But I feel like this has given me a platform to be able to help a lot of people, man. You've given me a platform because I've been able to help so many people since that first interview, a lot of people reaching out. But really, man, I haven't developed a course or anything like that, but I do now, because wifey was getting tired of me taking these hour-long phone calls for nothing. I do have it where people can do strategy sessions with me. So,
perfect,
bro.
How can we get
maybe it'll grow.
how can we get a strategy session with you?
Well, I have my link tree on my Instagram where you can find my Calendly. I also created a Facebook group in the Clubhouse room. It's just sitting there right now because I haven't figured out which direction I really want to go with it yet. But it's called the Clean Exit Club. So y'all look me up on Facebook, join my group, Clean Exit Club. I really like focusing on those people that those cleaning business owners that already had their business up and running and going. Because if you just getting started out, all I'm gonna do is send you to AJ. So don't really talk to me about that. But like my thing is, helping people exit that workforce, man, because people don't realize a lot of times how much more you can do in your business once you figure out how to leave that 9-to-5. There are people that are successful and can make it work doing this part-time and grow their business. But with what I've seen from this business and the opportunities that this industry presents, like you got to jump in. And I want to help as many of us do that as possible.
I love it, bro. Hey, this is y'all. This y'all chance, and I'm gonna tell you the good thing about this too, bro. Because I do group coaching, like Clean Business Network. We do 2 group coaching calls a week. So a lot of people always want those one-on-ones, which I do them, but I really don't care for them because like just hop on a group coaching call. I'm probably gonna answer all your questions anyway.
Same stuff. Yeah.
Right, but you're the opposite. You're actually doing those one-on-ones. And what I love about this too is, my thing is really more so how to get started, right? I mean, if you want to scale, I can help you, but I really try to focus on the newbies. So I love that you know what I mean, really locking in on those people already rolling. So matter of fact, don't worry about it, y'all. Go to cleanbiznetwork.com. His link will be right up there with mine. I'm gonna plug your strategy call session on my link, and I'll just link it to that way they can get to it easy as well. And it'll be in the description of this video too. Yeah, so
that's love. I
nothing to
appreciate
it.
that,
But
man.
because I just thought about that because they're like, well, how can I get a one-on-one? Bam, your link gonna be right there. Schedule with Tony. No, I mean, don't even schedule with me, schedule with Tony. All right, we're gonna do lightning round now, make it a little fun a little bit. Then we're gonna get back to some questions before we wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. First word or phrase is Florida.
My foundation, man. It's home.
Okay. Family.
Family, everything.
But
So I do it for.
Okay. Paid memberships and events.
It's an investment, man. Always look at it as an investment versus an expense.
Yeah, I agree. It took me a while to get that concept, but I agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. One of the things, can I touch on that real quick?
Go for it.
One of the things that I learned, man, I had did a little 5-day sprint with Markel Russell.
Okay.
And one of the things that I like that he would say is like your attitude towards buying is the attitude that you're gonna attract. So like if you having a hard time getting people to say yes, look at how much stuff you say no to. As far as like when somebody's trying to sell you something and things like that, like the things that you really want to do, but if you're like, oh, that's too expensive, or oh, this or oh, that, like your clients a lot of times are gonna say the same thing or try to get something cheap out of you or try to get it for nothing. So man, always look at that stuff as an investment, investing in yourself, and don't be afraid to spend a little bread sometimes, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's the same kind of energy you're gonna attract to your business.
That's interesting. I just remember who Markel Russell was. First person that popped in my head was Martell Cuffey from Clean Biz Network. I thought you were talking about him, but no, I know who you're talking about now. I thought he only helped like coaches and stuff. So he helped you, even though you was in the cleaning business.
No, man. What he did was, man, he did like a 5-day sprint, like a business sprint. It was free. He did like a 5-day business sprint, and he just dropped gems like all week long, bro. like all week long, and I got a lot of value out of that. And definitely once I get my coaching and stuff going, I'm probably definitely gonna sign up for his program. Just right now I got to stay focused on this because it was shiny, but it's like I'm still building this like actively.
Yeah. But shout out to him though, because I can see, like I'm watching too, right? I can see who out there who ain't. I mean, but I tell you what, everybody you might not be sure about, but when it comes to dude, he seemed like I really, when I look at his content, he seemed like he know what he's doing. So shout out to him. All right. Next phrase is cleaning business.
Cleaning business. Oh man. Gosh, man, it's just been a awesome vessel. Like, for me to provide for my family, opportunities for other people around me. It's just been an awesome vessel that God's been using me through, man. So.
That's what's up. All right, next one, your go-to all-purpose cleaner.
Oh, Dawn dish soap, man.
Okay.
Hey, that's the God chemical, man.
Gotcha. Okay, I ain't expect that one. All right, but backpack vacuums or upright vacuums?
Backpack all day.
Okay. The last book you read, or what book are you currently reading?
Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday.
That's what's up. The one you just sent me that I gotta get cracked open.
Oh no, bro. That is a must. Like seriously, especially trying to really get to that next level of thinking and living. That's a must read.
For sure. I already bought it too. I just gotta, crack that thing open. All right, what else we got? Favorite thing to do during your downtime?
Oh man, to be honest, like now I'm trying to be more focused on like quality time. Still trying to balance that out. Just really trying to get as much time with wifey and the girls as I can there and cheer and dance and
Right.
sports and stuff now. So just trying to be in a position where I can spend as much time with them as possible. Like whatever they're doing, like I want to try to be there. So,
For sure. All right. Now, next one is favorite podcast.
oh, that's Impact Theory, Tom Billiard.
Okay. Okay. Tom Billy,
Yeah.
shout out to them. I used to watch that one a whole lot too.
Oh yeah, that's my
Especially when
favorite one.
especially when he bring the health professionals up there. I like those ones too. Yeah. All right. Favorite music genre.
Man, I'm really big into Christian hip hop. I love it.
Okay.
But also anything that's based from the South, man, I love that as well. So
Okay, bet. So with that said, I gotta ask you for your top 5 rappers all time. Go.
oh man, top 5 of all time.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to say number 1 is Wayne.
Okay.
Just growing up, we listen to a lot of Wayne.
That's our era.
Like then my number 2, which is that was a hard not to put my 2 at number 1, but Big Crit, man. Big
Okay.
Crit, I've been listening to Crit since like 09, 2010. And just he just Southern, man, super Southern. I love it.
Yeah.
We got J. Cole
Okay,
for
that's
sure. Lecrae,
okay.
and then gosh, number 5. I'm gonna have to say Andy Mineo.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So
Him, I
those.
don't know. I knew everybody else. I don't know him.
Mhm. Yeah, Andy Mineo, man. He from New York. He's in the same record label with Lecrae.
Gotcha.
116, Reach Records. Like, but he got bars, man. Hang with just about anybody in the industry.
That's what's
So,
up. That's what's up. I love it, bro. Okay, now we're gonna get back to these little last few questions, then I'm gonna wrap it up with you.
all right.
All right, cool. So the next one I got for you is, man, speaking, because you kind of just touched on this. You said you like to spend time with your family during your downtime. So the question is, how do you find the time to spend family? How you find that balance while running this business?
It wasn't easy. Still working on it, man. Still getting better at it, but just trying to be more intentional about it. Like, I make it a point to take my girls to school every morning. That's something I wasn't always able to do. So I try to make sure that I'm able to take them to school in the morning time, and we do our prayer, and I had them say their words of affirmation and things like that. And then like sometimes, man, honestly, just doing the things that like be honest that sometimes I don't really want to do, like going to the movies and stuff. I'm not that kind of guy really, but my family loves that stuff. So I've gotten to the point where I realized that like I'm not doing this business just for the business. I'm doing it for them. So this business has allowed me to use my time how I would like to. So like if they want to go to the movies, they want to go to the park, I just make that a priority, to do it no matter how I feel, no matter what I'm going through. It's just making sure I'm doing it. And the ladies in my life, my girls, my wife, my mom, my sister, they really help keep me accountable on that end, because sometimes I get that tunnel vision and get locked in. And but they really help me out a lot with that.
Man, I love that answer on making it a priority, because that remind the other day, literally, and you said you don't like doing a lot of that stuff. Me either. And the other day I came home from the office, I was tired as hell. And I went and I sat on the couch finally. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch this Wizards game right quick. I cut the game on, and then from upstairs, because it's like a little look down part, I feel a Nerf gun bullet fly dead across my ear. Man, I get up and they go running back giggling, right? So I just got up, went in my room, closed the door and locked it. And I was like, man, I ain't dealing with it today. I'm tired. I don't feel like playing. I know they want to play. And I sat in that room for about 5 minutes. I said, you know what, AJ? Get your ass out there and play with them. You ain't got nothing better to do. You know what I mean? And so I went back out there. I played with them, let the game wait. It's on DVR anyway. I can catch up later. You know what I mean? And so went out there, played with them. We played for about, 30, 45 minutes. I had a ball, you know what I mean, running around the house chasing. And we had fun, even though it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. I'm not that I get you with outdoors and sports type of person no more. Like I'm athletic, but I just don't like to do a lot now as I gotten older. So, but I had fun, you know what I mean? And so, like you said, just making the effort to do it. And I mean, actually decide and having the intention, you know what I mean? It goes a long way. So I definitely got to piggyback on that, bro.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Hey, my I remember, shoot, I was young, man. And I remember I don't even think me and my wife were together yet, but I remember my pastor at that time had gave a sermon, and he was talking about guys like not doing, wanting to do this or wanting to do that. And I remember him saying, you know, if you don't like going to the mall, go to the mall. If you don't like going to the movies, go to the movies with that lady. Because if you ain't doing it with her, then somebody else gonna go do it with her. So I try to keep that in my mind. Is like, if they want to go to the movies and things like that, then I'd rather be the one doing it than them going to find somebody else to do it. And that goes for everybody that's important in my life. The time that they want to spend with me, I try to, make sure that it's being spent with me, instead of so that they don't have to replace me with anyone.
That's a fact, bro. That is a big fact. I gotta remember that one because look, I'll get jealous even if it's their uncle or somebody going in there and playing with them. So I be damn for a whole nother dude for the number.
Yeah, I ain't with it. I ain't with
it. All right, bro. Now, what's the typical day like for Toni right now, running this business? Like, what's Toni's life like on a day to day?
Man, on day to day, usually get up, man. Get my day going. Pray. Try to get a little pump in. It doesn't always happen, but the prayer is a must. Not reading as much as I want to. Not getting in my word as much as I want to, but I get my girls off to school, and once I drop my oldest off because she's in middle school, so my work day usually starts about 9. So once I drop her off, then it's running. So then I'm out prospecting. A lot more of my day now is spent prospecting, sales, systems development. I'm not like in the field as much as I used to be. I have to get it in sometimes, but I got an awesome team that handles that part. And then do my volunteer things. I volunteer with a program called Young Marines. Get home, work with the fam, do my part there as much as I can, and really shut it down and try to get back to it and make tomorrow better.
That's what's
so
up,
it's not a whole bunch of craziness anymore. I'm trying to be more productive than the B word, which I don't like to say. So I try to stay productive. Cause when you start slinging that B word around too much, then you look up and it's 4 o'clock and it's like, what did I do all day? I've been moving around all day and then getting nothing done. So trying to really focus on productivity, and what I've learned that works best for me is small windows, man. Like I don't sit and just hammer through a whole bunch of stuff anymore, man. Like I used to pride myself on that, being able to just go 8 hours straight, like not stopping, or I can sit at the computer for. I try not to do that anymore. Get me a strong hour in, go move around, do something, come back, get me another hour in, because that's what I feel works best for me. I ain't saying this works best for everybody, but that's what I've found is that keeps me at my highest level of productivity.
That's what's up, bro. One thing too. So when you say prospecting, prospecting to me, when I think of prospecting, I'm thinking of getting out here, going door to door. What is prospecting for you?
Man, well, I live like right off of I-4. So to be honest, sometimes it'll just be hopping on I-4 and riding around and catching pictures of all the construction that's going on, catching a picture of the construction site, and then get back home. And we're into lead mining because we're being a lot more targeted. So just those pictures, we figure out the names, and then we jump into how do we find these people. And so a lot of times we have a spreadsheet that we work on of all the people that we want to reach out to. And me and my partner put them in a spreadsheet, and he does his part on trying to channel our marketing so that those people see us.
Yeah.
And I do my part as far as like hunting. So You know, my partner is the gatherer and I'm the hunter.
Yeah.
So, but either way, we're gonna eat.
Gotcha. Love it, bro, man. That was perfect, Tony. I appreciate you coming back once again. And you know, I always got to ask this one before I let you go. If somebody's watching this interview right now and they got a little bit of money over the vest in it, or they might ain't got too much of anything, but they really want to get started, but they just scared because they don't want to lose what they got, or they don't want to mess up or make a mistake. And they think Tony's special. Tony got lucky. They can't be like Tony. What would you say to them?
If you scared, go to work. and man, no, I say that twofold, man, because like, you know, some people, you know, claim they want to be entrepreneurs and claim they want to do all of this stuff, but they, you know, I gotta have my business cards first before I can go and introduce myself to somebody. We don't carry business cards at all. Like, you know, we don't really carry too much marketing material around, so that's dead. That's an excuse. You know, if you're scared, go clock back in. Like, but it's so many excuses and stuff that people make to not just go after it. So my thing is if you're scared, go to work. And the second part of that is like the things that scare you the most, work on those things, man. Like go to work on them. If it's financially, if it's something financially that you need to get in order, go to work. You know, if it's something physically that you need to take care of, go to work. You working on building your business, but you don't know what you're doing, go to work. Find those people that are doing it. Find the information. Like if you're scared, go to work. Like seriously, man. But like, you know, everybody don't have the stomach for this, and it's cool. Like, you know, realize that about yourself and just keep it moving. You know, you can clock back in for the next 30 years, but that just ain't the lifestyle that we living over here. Like, you know, you can do those things, you know, and you can also work on you to become whoever you want to be. So, you know, if that future that you're looking at, you know, no matter how great or how small, like if it scares you, go to work so that you can start figuring out how to make that future look more I guess favorable is the word that I'm looking for.
Big facts, man. I love it. If you scared, carry your ass to work, dog. For real, man. Toni Williams, y'all. It was a pleasure having you on again, bro. Always a pleasure when we link up. And again, what's the Instagram so we can go look at that link tree and hit the follow button too?
Man, y'all can find me on Instagram, man. I'm just Tone. You know, AJ put it up there for me. My wife clowned me last time for spelling it out. But yeah, man. Y'all catch me on Instagram, man. Y'all can see my scary self up there, you know, working. Like, cause that's what I'm doing, man. I'm getting a little more active on posting my reels, posting my videos, and in all honesty, man, being on this camera, you know, is nerve-wracking. Like posting those videos on social media, it's nerve-wracking. Like if I had a room with people in front of me, I'm comfortable all day. I don't care how many people out there. But as soon as I pull that phone out, it's like, but you know, I'm working and it's uncomfortable. So I won't stop doing it until I get comfortable at it. And then it's on to the next thing.
That's what's up, bro. I love it, man. I appreciate you again. Thank you, bro. It was you killed it.
Always, AJ, always, man. And just again, bro, like giving you your flowers, man. Like, bro, a lot of us wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you. Like there's a lot of us, man, like there, and I'm sure probably, you know, tens of thousands of people have gotten started on this journey because of you, watching your videos, linking in with you, you know, tapping into your Instagram and different things like that, man. You've inspired a lot of people, man, and I just want to say I appreciate you, brother, and we're grateful for you over here, big dog.
Man, appreciate that for sure. Thanks, Tony.
All right, man.
All right, then.
Peace.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business,
check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. And also don't forget to download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well, all right? So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it, let's go.